everyone, welcome to TTV News with some latest event in Tay Ninh province. The audience, on February 21st, the Steering Committee 515 of Tay Ninh province have a ceremony to see two specialized teams directly under the military command of Tay Ninh province and the political bureau of Military Region 7 of the Chiang Rai Conjugate Control Station for the second source collection and verification of foreign volunteer soldiers and expert remains in Cambodia.
This time, the teams of K-70 and K-71 will carry out the search and collection of the martyrs' remains in 5 provinces of the Kingdom of Cambodia. The mission is expected to run from February 21st to June 30th, 2022. On behalf of the Steering Committees 515 of the Military Region 7 and Tay Ninh Province, Colonel Nguyễn Công Anh, Vice Chairman of Politics of the Military Region 7, kindly advised and wished the officials and soldiers of the two teams good health. Colonel Nguyễn Công Anh also suggested the officials and soldiers to strictly follow the customs and habits of Cambodia and to well perform the mass mobilization work, building close solidarity with the Cambodian people and our forces throughout the mission. The teams are also requested to promote the virtues of alcohol soldiers, ensuring absolute safety of the people and vehicles, continuing to capture information from Cambodian people so that the search process is timely and accurate.
Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee has just issued a plan to plow an emulation movement to perform the task of administrative reform and administrative procedures control in the province from now to 2025.
The emulation movement was launched with the team promoting administrative reforms, following ethical culture in public service, improving service quality for people and businesses, building a modern, dynamic, responsible, and flexible administration. The movement aimed at promoting the role of each collective and individual in organizing, deploying, and successfully performing the tasks of administrative reform and administrative procedure control. The goal of the Provincial People's Committee is to promote synchronous administrative reform in the political system, building a democratic, modern, professional, disciplined, open and transparent administration. Besides administrative modernization and application of information technology to serve the management and administration activities in the political system, people and businesses, as well as continue to maintain improve the scores and ranking positions for indicators reflecting the province administration over the years, are also the targets that the Provincial People's Committee aiming for.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2022, the State Bank of Vietnam's Tay Ninh branch is well implementing the guidelines and policies of the party, the state and of the sector in the field and currency and banking to reduce institutions in the area, continuing to promote capital mobilizations and effectively deploying support solutions for people and businesses.
The State Bank of Vietnam's Tay Ninh branch has been directing local credit institutions to actively and effectively deploy the sector's policies and solutions to support people and businesses affected by natural disasters and epidemics. Actively joining and implementing the Banking Business Connection Program in line with reality, providing credit towards production and business fields as well as priority sectors, creating favorable conditions for people and businesses to access capital, contributing to limiting black credit.
We will provide enough capital for people and businesses until the level of recovery and reproduction returns to normal. Currently, there is no shortage of capital from local banks. As long as the locals have a feasible production and business plan and meet the conditions according to the regulations, they will be able to access our capital to restore production and business.
Mr. Nguyễn Xuân Hiền, Director of the State Bank of Vietnam's Tay Ninh branch, added that the banking sector continues to reduce lending rates by possible measures, giving priority to supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, as well as businesses in industries and fields heavily affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. In January 2022, export turnover in the province was estimated at over $484 million, up nearly 7% over the previous month and 8.65% over the month of the same period. This is a good sign of economic recovery in the new normal context. Normally, the group of agricultural, forestry, and fishery products has a total export turnover of over $21 million. Although there was a decrease over the same period, it increased by over 39% compared to the previous month. Total export turnover of processed industry products reached nearly $453 million, up nearly 6% over the previous month. Particularly, other groups of goods decreased. Import turnover reached nearly $483 million, increased by over 24% compared to the previous month. Imported products focus mainly on import material for production, which is a positive sign for production activities in 2022 in both domestic and foreign enterprises. Some of the main items in the groups of goods that need to be imported are raw materials for production. Most businesses have been ramping up production to make up for the time being severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Ninh Department of Agriculture and Rural Development said that in 2021, the total area of sugarcane cultivation in the province is more than 6,130 hectares. The average yield is 73.7 tons per hectare. The output is about 451,450 tons. Regarding the harvesting and processing of sugarcane, only the sugarcane material area of TayNinhTV Biên Hòa Sugar Factory, an area of about 12,660 hectares of sugarcane, has been contracted to invest and consume products in the 2020-2021 crop, in which the sugarcane area invested in the province is more than 4,000 hectares and 8,600 hectares invested in Cambodia. Currently, sugar processing factories in the province have stopped working because the crop year has ended. As a result, the total amount of sugarcane put into production is 738,860 tons. More than 70,000 tons of sugar have been produced. The average sugar content of the sugarcane harvested was at 13.3 commercial sugarcane or CCS. Impurities on average 4.6%. The basic budget price of sugarcane with 10 CCS in the field is 965,000 Vietnam dong per ton of clean sugarcane. The sugar content insurance during the sugarcane crop is 8.5 CCS.
Dear audience, administrative reforms is one of the 4 breakthrough programs of the province to create a new driving force for economic development. In recent years, administrative reform has been actively implemented from province to commune, ward to town, and it has achieved many important results.
The province competitiveness index has been raised, opening up many opportunities for the Ninh province to attract investment. Among the groups of solutions to implement socio-economic development tasks in 2022, the Provincial People's Committee also determines to continue to perform well the administrative reform and launching the emulation movement for the whole period 2021-2025, promoting administrative reform, implementing ethical culture in civil service, improving service quality for people and businesses, building a modern, dynamic, responsible, and flexible administration is the main content of the emulation campaign to perform administrative reform tasks and administrative procedures controlled in the Ninh province from now to 2025 according to the plan of the Provincial People's Committee.
In 2022, we will continue to rearrange civil servants according to the projects in terms of strong points and expertise so that staff can meet the requirements of their assigned tasks. Besides, we will also tighten administrative discipline, in particular, the settlement of administrative procedures for the people needs to comply with regulations, processes, and anti-corruption. Trang Bang was ranked first in administrative reforms in 2021, and with the results achieved, Trang Bang Town People's Committee have set out a socio-economic development plan in 2022 with the main goal of continuing to realize the dual goal of both fighting against the pandemic and developing the local economy and society, improve the qualities of education, training and developing human resources, enhancing the effectiveness and efficiencies of the organizational structure and administration of the town's People's Committee, as well as the enforcement capacity of sectors, communes, boards, developing a specific plan to successfully implement the resolution of the construction and development of Trang Bang Town in the period of 2021 to 2025.
The human resource was identified as an important factor in the implementation of administrative reform. This is not only an emulation movement, but also a regular task of the People's Committee of the province, district, towns, and city, as well as departments and branches, thereby bringing people and businesses the satisfaction towards transactions with state agencies, creating a breakthrough in mobilizing resources for economic development.
We need to reform administrative procedures to improve the investment environment, improve the BAPI and PCI figures, and to enhance the province's capacity and competitiveness in 2022.
By 2025, Tay Ninh strives to achieve the following goals, such as the Provincial Competitiveness Index will be put in good group, the Provincial Governance and Public Administration Performance Index or PAPI is in the middle and high group. The PAR Index belongs to the group of 30 leading provinces. The Satisfaction Index of people and organizations with the service of state administrative agencies is higher than the national average. And the province also tries to join the group of 10 leading provinces and cities nationwide in terms of the Vietnam ICT Index. To achieve these targets, it not only requires the efforts with the highest sense of responsibility of the heads of agencies, localities, cadre, civil servants, and public employees, but a citizen must also actively participate in monitoring the public service quality of state officials and civil servants, contribute to building a strong government for the people.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.